Who were arrested in Diepsloot have now been released on bail. This comes nearly a week since Lefa Nkala, Loyiso, Toyiya and Hlongwane were arrested for leading the protest. eNCA reporter Manqoba Mchunu is on the ground for us now, tracking these developments. Let's cross over to him for the latest. What is the latest, Manqoba? We saw some cheers from supporters, if you can call them that, of the leaders as they were walking out of the Randburg Magistrates Court. What's the latest?
Well, certainly, in fact, I think we saw a hero's welcome for the leaders who had been granted bail earlier on by the Randburg Magistrates Court. This is after the state had indicated that, in fact, it's not going to oppose bail, making a U-turn as far as that is concerned in court earlier on. But, of course, they were granted bail with strict conditions that they should not be seen or partake in any public violence or acts of violence. That's part of just the bail conditions that were given to these leaders who are due to appear again on the 17th of August. And just this afternoon, William, there was a community meeting that was held here in the community where community members welcomed the leaders and also just to try and pave a way forward as to what's going to happen with their particular cry for crime to end in this area. They're insisting, William, of course, that they still want the president to come to this community. They're not satisfied with the fact that up until now, the president has not come to hear their concerns. But I've got one of the leaders here just to give us an update as far as that meeting is concerned. And just on the release, thank you very much, Loyiso. I'm sure you are relieved that you are back in your community.
Definitely I am, Manqoba. I'll be able to hug and kiss my children now. For the past 6 days, I've heard that they've been asking Guti, where am I, when am I coming back? But I'm very happy that we are back today.
Of course, you were arrested during the protest last week, Thursday. There's been a lot that's been said about the arrest by community members. What are you saying about it?
I think this arrest is it is indeed politically motivated. That's what we feel, because you can even hear the charges it's none of the things that were charged there we have done. But really we feel so disappointed by the police. Some of them, we recently we've worked with them to arrest some of these criminals who are on the ground chasing criminals together with the police. It is unfortunate that today we are the ones that should be arrested by the same police that we are working with.
Who do you think is targeting you if you say that it is politically motivated?
I won't mention names, but at the right time, Manqoba, we'll mention names. But at the moment now, we're not going to mention names, but we know that the instructions that they are getting, more especially the investigative officers, are getting from their seniors. One of the investigating officers confirmed to us that here, when they were charging us at church office, they have said that I am here, I am sent, in fact, I am sent here to cut your tails. I am sent here to show who you, to prove to you that you are nothing. Who do you think you are? Do you think the president will come to shack dwellers? That was his words when they were busy charging us. So these are the words that made us believe that indeed this is politically motivated. You can hear when they talk, some of them, they don't feel what they are doing because they know it's not coming from their heart. It is not right. But when those who are above you are instructing you to do wrong things, you will end up doing them.
The NPA is saying that they have a strong case against you. Are you worried?
No, we're not worried because we believe in our courts. After everything falling apart in our country, but our judiciary system, we still believe that Randburg Court will indeed liberate us. We believe that our courts in South Africa are on our sides, and at this moment we still believe that they will be on our sides. They are able to separate the truth from the lie. We believe that they will be on our side, Manqoba. We are not scared.
What happens then to your cause as far as fighting crime as this community is concerned? I'm asking this on the back of that ruling by the court that essentially says that you're not allowed to partake in anything where there's public violence. What happens now to your protest? What happens now to your fight for better, Diepsloot?
But the court was very clear, Manqoba, that we should not partake in anything that has to do with public violence, which even in the beginning we've never been involved in any public violence. They have never said you should protest, you should not stand up as a right for your right as a community and the community leaders. They did not say you should stop fighting crime. They never said that. They should not say we should not gather and address the public. They've never said that, but they said do not be involved in public violence, which we were never involved in any public violence. So the court, what do you call the condition that are set by the court are condition that indeed we agree with. We should not be violent when we are dealing with this issue. We should lead by example, but we should never stop fighting crime, and we are not going to stop fighting crime. No one is going to demoralize our spirit. They will never destroy us. They will never try to dictate of what to do. I'm talking about those who are manufacturing these charges against us. They're not going to distract Manqoba. So I've sang a song when we were going out of the court that Tambo Gyaliwala. We feel that people are fighting us. Those who have elected to be in power, we feel that now they're fighting us. Hence we've sang that song to call upon the spirit of O.R. Tambo, that people are fighting us. When we're standing up for your community, Tambo, they're fighting us. When we're raising our voice against what is happening, that is wrong in our community, they're fighting us. What must we do?
Of course, there was a community meeting that you held just a short while ago with community members. What are community members saying? What is their sense? Do they still want you to continue engaging the office of the president? Where is it now as far as, where you're heading to?
You will remember, Manqoba, we were going to have a meeting in the president's on Friday at 12 o'clock when we are arrested on Thursday. So, because we were arrested, some of the leaders that were outside felt that it is unfair for them to continue with those talks while we are in prison. And indeed, that kind of a communication was communicated with the office of the president, that they will not partake in these talks that will lead into a permanent solution regarding crime in our community. From now on, we're going to continue engaging with the president, and said we could not attend the engagement because of 1, 2, 3. Now we are out as leaders. Let's continue where we have left off. If they're still interested in engaging us, we're still willing to.
Thank you very much. That was Loyiso, who was one of the leaders that were released earlier on today by the court. As you can hear there, William, the community certainly not backing down as far as their fight for an end to criminality in this area is concerned. It was not the only case that was appearing in court that involved Diepsloot. We know that another suspect appeared in court for the assault and the assault with grievous bodily harm of a 15-year-old boy that was shot with his mother, who was also attacked with a crowbar on the 16th of June. One suspect appeared in court. There are 6 others that were also arrested in this particular matter. But of course, residents saying that they're not giving up their fight for an end to criminality.
Our reporter Manqoba Mchunu live to us this evening. Thank you so much for your time. We're going to move on.